Joan, the place for all the fun.
Hi, hello, I'm Joan from Reading with Joan. Welcome to my channel. Kindly remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel today. We love reading with you and interacting with our kids. On our Wednesday time, we read, and on Saturday, we talk and we just talk about morals, talk about things that are related to our culture because we want kids to be culturally aware. We want kids to grow up to be very responsible and independent individuals. I hope you will join us Wednesday and Saturday. Remember, like, comment, and share our channel with your friends and family. We hope you enjoy reading with us today.
Reading with Joan, the place for all the fun.
Hello kids, we are still reading stories from around the world. Today's story is from Japan and the title of our story is Giving the Moon. Let's dig in. One clear night, a monk sat in front of his hut on the countryside, admiring the luminous glow of the full moon. As he gazed upward, a thief crept step by stone upon the mountain towards him. Arriving at the monk's hut, the thief demanded, "Give me all you owe." The monk replied, "My hut is empty. I possess only these rag clothes. Come and sit beside me. I am happy to share the night sky with you." "Give me all you more!" demanded the thief again. The monk removed his clothes, handed them to the thief. Bundling them upon his arm, the thief crept stone by stone down the mountain. The monk sat shivering, naked in the moonlight, watching the thief disappear in the shadow. He sighed and thought, "What a poor man he is. I wish I could give him this beautiful one." A short story, but very important lesson. What lesson did we learn? For the thief, all he wanted was earthly riches and the things that he could acquire. But for the monk, all he sought was the things that could actually satisfy the beauty of nature. What are we chasing after? Somebody called it rat race. We'll chase after everything, and when we die, we are not taking anything away. No matter how rich you are, no matter how you steal from others, your greed, your stealing, your manipulating records, you're changing records, you're getting all the riches in this world. The day you die, you're not taking anything away. The monk knew that. He learned that it's easier to be satisfied with just enjoying your present life and the beauty of the nature around you. Kids, it's important that we achieve. I am not denying that. To strive to be the best, I am not denying that. But seek not to be the best, to achieve at the detriment of others. It's more important to give the beautiful moon than to have everything. Short but beautiful story. I'll see you next time.
Welcome to Reading with Joan. We're reading The Jungle Doctor and Slippery Places by Paul White, and today we're reading Chapter 10, Yakobo Sinks Deeper. Precisely on time, the area commissioner's Land Rover arrived. He stepped down and greeted those waiting for him, then turned to two men who were with him. "Sergeant, warm up the radiophone." To the man in the mechanic's overalls, "Mishak, get that machine going." Billy stepped forward. "Lana, Kunda is sick. She has worked to the strength of a 10 elephant. The corners of Kalongo's mouth twitched. "See that she is repaired. Now, Game Scout, your report, please." Yuna saluted smartly. "These men of experience have words of special importance. I will hear them first. Tell me the whole matter." The Army Sergeant walked over and stood in the background. For 15 minutes, the AC listened carefully, nodding from time to time and firing sharp questions. He spoke thoughtfully. "Let me summarize. For 6 weeks, you have traveled the Malenga country from end to end and from side to side. We have also caught 37 interesting snakes," burst out Tango. Nelson Kalongo smiled. "Forget the snakes. The harvest matters most. First, we must deal with the problem of the feathered thieves of what is ripening now. Then, we have some data on what we need to do in preparing for the future. Draining, water storage, irrigation, and road building. Then there are the complications, the less progressive farmers of the area, the criminals, the growers, users and sellers of marijuana, the poachers and ivory dealers. Verity nodded. Our visit to the cooking pot and our escape from it makes me feel like there is a simple way of storing water and using it with profit. The AG was indulgent. You do not know the ways of the government, but maybe you're right. Noah spoke quietly. I have a word to say, Buana. A road could easily be made to the cooking pot, for there are many islands of rock close together. They are wide enough for 2 trucks to pass each other, and halfway is one particular place shaped like a half moon with much stone upon it. Where does this path start and finish? Demanded Colombo. It begins within 20 paces of the pot itself, and it comes out in the reeds close to the house of Yona and Nuti. You enter it near a great stone shaped like an egg. Colombo glanced at his watch. I must call the veterinary and agricultural officers and the engineer. Over the air, a minute later, went brisk messages. Meet me outside the Game Scouts office near Saba railway station at 11:30 hours. Over and out. The AC put down the microphone and looked across at the Game Scout. Now, your report, please. Yana saluted. There is ivory hidden in or near Nungo. The bones of 3 dead elephants have been found. No news of where the ivory is hidden. But do you think it is at Nungo? Asked the AC. Yana grunted. Where else, Buana? But how to find it is another thing. You need additional help. More about that later. Now, for a quick safari to the cooking pot. The sergeant saluted. We need a raft to take us there. We have 6 suitable oil drums, but we need timber. Pili Pili came from across the shed. Wana Kalongo, he called. It is a thing of joy. Kunda's sickness is cured. That expert is a man of wisdom. Enough! Broke in Kalongo. The sergeant needs timber. Pili Pili nodded his head vigorously. There was a time when the house of Kunda had doors from wood. Excellent doors and strong, but not strong enough for the axes of the thieving ones from Mungo, who would steal the food from Kunda's stomach. The doors were replaced by strong steel that takes teeth from the fire. Yes. What about the timber? I was coming to that, Wana Ace. The wood rests in Kunda's house. I will sit on it with comfort and oil gun. Also, there is a large roll of wire, which I happened to find. Kalongo looked at the speaker with a guarded twinkle in his eye. Proceed to work, Sergeant. Noah stepped forward. There is a breeze that comes after the heat of midday that will fill our sails and blow us with strength towards the cooking pot. A loud backfire came with the shed. Longo jumps. Kunda, wait! Slapped Baruti, poking his head round the door. She will pull a trailer with the oil drums and the doors. The large yellow machine, spick and span and shining like new, rumbled into the sunlight. An excellent man, that, Longtail said quietly to the sergeant. It's amazing the work he can coax out of that machine. He can do a useful project at small cost. The drums were rapidly loaded and the doors wedged between them. Baruti noticed with satisfaction that the 3 lengths of hose were tucked into a corner of the tray. The AC glanced at his wristwatch. At 1100 hours exactly, I will make a number of contacts at the radio phone. We'll have 5 minutes to wait. After that, Game Scout, we will visit Nunko. Yakobo looked unhappily around his room. His clock pointed 5 minutes to 11. On the floor lay Dola snoring. He had dumped at the door sometime near the first clock crow and had stumbled in, very drunk. At dawn, he had been miserably sick. The routine existence that Yakobo valued greatly was gone. Luca was sitting busily turning the knobs of the transistor radio. People were coming up with the pack for injections. It was impossible to work with the place in this mess. Yakobo felt his temper building up. He shouted, Luca, put down that radio! Take Dala and clear out! Luca merely smiled. His hand went into his pocket. I agree with you. Dala is a pest, but he has his uses. Remember, I am not a sleeping partner. He glanced down at the snoring. This radio is our ears. It can save us from trouble. Abruptly, his suave tone became soft. There was a knife in his hand. And don't you raise your voice to me! He paused as the radio crackled and announced. This is the area commissioner calling veterinary officer, calling district agricultural officer, calling public works department engineer. I am visiting the Malenga district investigating riverbird situation and implementing plans for swamp control. Will you all be available at 16:13 hours for consultation at the Game Scout post near Saba railway station? I shall repeat that. Also, I have information that there is ivory hidden in the Nungo area. We will be visiting the portion of the swamp known as the Cooking Pot of Ghosts, and I plan an immediate surprise visit to Nungo. Over and out! A new voice came on in the air. Mabway Police calling AC. Are you reading me? Over. Area Commissioner reading you loud and clear. Over. Heard your message, RE Ivory. Patrols on Great North Road have been notified. Over and out. Luca left the radio switched on. Now, perhaps you will understand this radio device is not for your entertainment at the moment. It is our ears. It is our completely safe, completely unexpected way of knowing what Kalongo is doing. He sneered at people squatting under a tree waiting for instructions. Get on with it. Give those fools their injections out. Why don't you make it milk and water and save your penicillin for those who will really pay for it? Inject them. Don't waste time. I'll collect the money. We mustn't be visible when that busybody arrives, but we must have money. Follow my way and you'll be rich. Okay, we'll just stop the Jungle Doctor and Slippery Places here for now, but I hope you join us next week for the rest of it. Bye!
Reading with Joan, the place for all the fun.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope to see you next time on another story time with Joan. Reading with Joan. Bye.